In political science, we have certain political ideas. The important ideas of modern political science include law, liberty, equality, sovereignty, justice, rights, unity and integrity, and these are some of the important political ideas. In today's class, we will be discussing about law and rule of law. As you all know that law is a set of principles that guide the human behavior. They are called as the law. And law is a powerful instrument of the state. As we all know, state has an important character called sovereignty. Sovereignty means supreme power. The supreme power of the state has two dimensions, the internal sovereignty and external sovereignty. The sovereignty of the state is exercised only with the help of law. Without law, the sovereignty cannot be exercised. In a way, law is like an arm in the hands of the state to exercise its sovereignty. Hence, law is the powerful instrument of the state. Then what is the purpose of law? Law has the purpose of creating security in the society. It provides order in the society, and it provides welfare of the society. It provides security, order and welfare in the society. We all know that the state is instrumental in providing law and order in the society. Every society has certain dangers from within and from outside. Within the society, the anti-social elements, the anti-national element may challenge the sovereign power of the state. And likewise, other countries in the world may challenge the sovereignty of the country by making external aggressions, by making interventions. So, the state uses the law to provide security to the people, both internally and externally. Internally, it makes the law and it controls all the citizens within the four borders of the country. And likewise, it follows certain laws to maintain the external sovereignty. Thus, law is an instrument of providing security to the people. And likewise, law also provides order in the society. In fact, the very word law and order are the twin words. Without law, you cannot have order in the society. The order in the society, the behavior in the society, the regularity of behavior of the people in the society is achievable only with the help of law. So, the society can have law and order only with the help of law. So, law is used for procuring the security of the people, the order of the society and welfare of the society. We all know that in every society there are certain sections of people who are underprivileged. So, the intervention of the state is required for the protection of these people. For example, in the Indian society, there are certain sections like scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward classes who are historically at a disadvantage. So, unless the state provides some welfare to the people, you cannot have order in the society and you cannot have civil liberties in the society. That is why the law provides security, order and welfare in the society. So, without law, you cannot have security, you cannot have order in the society and you cannot also have welfare in the society. So, law is a powerful instrument of the state and that provides security, order and welfare in the society. What is law? There are general definitions and there are specific definitions. Generally, we define law as a body of rules to guide the human behavior, to guide the human action. So, there are millions of people living in the society. So, in such a situation, there should be some universality of behavior. So, a body of rules that guide the human action is called as a law. It is a rule, it is a social rule. Previously, it was set by the society. Now, the political system is setting the rules. So, it is a body of rules to guide the human action, that is called as law. In fact, the very word law, the political idea of law, is defined by various political philosophers and political scientists in various ways. Now, let us take the definition of law given by one of the eminent political scientists, Holland. According to Holland, a law is a general rule of external action enforced by a sovereign political authority. This is the definition given by Holland. According to Holland, a law is a general rule. It is applicable to all the people. It controls the external action. It controls only the external action of the people. It is not concerned with the inner thoughts or inner motives of the people. So, it controls the external actions and it is enforced by a powerful sovereign political authority. So, an authorized person, a sovereign political authority, is only authorized to make the laws and to implement the laws. So, this definition will amply give the scope of law. A law is a general rule of external action enforced by a sovereign political authority. So, this is the definition given by Holland. Now, let us see the second definition. This definition is given by Solomon. Solomon is another important political scientist who wrote a good number of books on political science and who was insisting on the importance of political ideas in modern age. And according to Solomon, law is the body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. This is the definition given by Solomon. So, law is a body of principles. It is a body of principles. It is a set of principles recognized and applied by the state. That means, nobody is authorized to make the law. It is only the state that can make the law. So, the recognition of the state is required, the application only by the state. So, recognition and application of laws is the duty of the state, is the function of the state. So, law is the body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. What is the purpose of law? The purpose of law is to provide justice to the people. So, to administer the justice to the people, a body of principles are required that are recognized and applied by the state. So, this definition will amply give the scope of law. According to Solomon, law is a body of principles recognized and applied by the state in the administration of justice. So, this is the definition given by Solomon. Now, let us see the definition given by T.H. Green. T.H. Green is a 19th century philosopher who has enriched political philosophy with idealism in 19th century of human history, and T.H. Green has also given a definition to the concept of law. According to T.H. Green, law is the system of rights and obligations which the state enforces. That means, it provides rights to the people and it also provides obligations of the people. What are obligations? Obligations means duties. So, what the citizens have to enjoy and what is the duty that the citizens have to perform. So, this is how it provides a system of rights and duties that is enforced by the state. So, every citizen has a right to enjoy certain rights. In fact, the constitutions of various countries have provided fundamental rights to the people. For example, the Indian Constitution, in part 3 of the Indian Constitution, from article 12 to article 35, has provided a set of rights: right to equality, right to freedom, right against exploitation, right to religious freedom, right to constitutional educational rights, and right to constitutional remedies. So, these are the set of rights given by the Constitution of India to its citizens. Likewise, every country and every constitution has guaranteed certain fundamental rights to their respective citizens. So, the rights of the people provide the justice to the people, and if people utilize the rights, they can enjoy the freedoms. So, law is the system of rights and obligations which the state enforces. It is not just enjoying the rights, every citizen also has certain obligations, certain duties. So, many constitutions in the world have provided the fundamental rights and also fundamental duties in their respective constitutions. So, law, it provides both the rights and also the obligations to the people, and it is only the state that has the power to enforce the system of rights and obligations. So, in the definition of T.H. Green, law is the system of rights and obligations which the state enforces. This is called as the law according to T.H. Green. Let me remind you, T.H. Green is a 19th century political philosopher who has enriched the idealism, a great philosophy of 19th century, and in which he has mentioned that every citizen should follow the law and every citizen should think himself as a subordinate to the state. So, the subordination of individual to the state is expressed only by respecting the laws of the land. So, this is how T.H. Green has defined law as a system of rights and obligations which the state enforces. This is the definition given by T.H. Green. Now, let us see what are the characteristics of laws. We have seen three important definitions: definitions given by Holland, definition given by Solomon, definition given by T.H. Green. Based on these three important definitions, let us discuss the characteristics of law. What are the important characteristics of law? The first and foremost important character is state is the formulating and enforcing authority of law. That means, only the state that can formulate the law, only the state that can enforce the law. So, the formulating and enforcement authority of law is only the state. So, state only provides the laws. You cannot have laws from the society. The social laws are there, but the violation of social laws cannot be punishable. But if a law formulated by the state is violated, the state has the power to punish the people. So, the state only is the formulating authority and enforcement authority of the state. So, this is the first important character. State is the formulating and enforcing authority of law. Secondly, law seeks to control the external behavior of the people, but not their inner thoughts and motives. So, in every individual there are two types of behavior. One is external behavior and internal behavior. So, external behavior can be seen by other people, but internally every person may have inner feelings, inner thoughts, inner motives which cannot be sometimes seen. So, law seeks to control only the external behavior of the people, but it cannot control the internal thoughts and motives of the people. So, this is the second important characteristic. The second important characteristic of law is law seeks to control only the external behavior of the individuals, but not their inner thoughts and inner motives. Every individual may have so many things internally, he may be thinking about so many things, but law is concerned only about the external behavior of the people. So, it can only control the external behavior of the individual, but not their inner thoughts or motives. And third one is law is universal. No individual or group of individuals is exempted from the law. That means, law is applicable to all the people, irrespective of caste, irrespective of creed, irrespective of religion, irrespective of region, irrespective of gender, irrespective of the color of the body, irrespective of race. Law is applicable to all the people. This is called the universality of law. That means, law is universal and no individual is exempted, or no group of individuals is exempted from law. Once a law is made by the parliament, it is applicable to all the people, all the people of the society, all the people of the state. All the citizens of the state have to respect the law, have to be obedient to the law. Law obedience is a must on the part of the citizens. So, law is universal and no individual or group of individuals is exempted from the law. So, this is the third important character of law. So, that means, there are so many social groups, there are so many economic groups in every society. There are upper classes, there are middle classes, there are lower classes on the basis of economic status. And likewise, in societies like India, we have upper caste, middle caste and lower caste, downtrodden classes. There are so many social divisions in Indian society. But on the application of law, law is applicable to all the people. For a law, there is no discrimination. Without any discrimination, all people are subjected to the powers of the law. Law is universal and no individual or group of individuals is exempted from the law. So, that means, law can be enforced, and law, if it is not respected by people, the punishment of the law is also universal. So, if a person with high economic class, if he violates the laws, he gets the same punishment as the person who violates the laws belong to the downtrodden classes. That means, law cannot discriminate any person on economic status or social status or color of the body or anything, irrespective of class, caste, religion, region, gender, race. All the laws and all the people are subjected to the influence of the law. So, law is universal. This is called as the universality of the character of law. Law is universal and no individual or group of individuals is exempted from the law. And fourthly, law is definite and precise. Law should be very precise and law should be very definite. Law should not throw people into ambiguous situation, into doubts. Law should always be clear and it should give clear meaning to the people on any subject. So, that means, law should be definite and precise. If the law is contained in so many books in big volumes, common people cannot know about the law. And if the law is contained in volumes of commentaries, common people may not be knowing about it. That is why law must always be definite. Definite means clear cut. It should clearly mention what is the purpose of the law and how it is applicable to the people. So, it should be definite and it should be precise. Precise means all people should know the shortest meaning of the purpose of law. Every law has a purpose, and the purpose of law should be known to people with its precision. Precision means it is very precise. It is giving the meaning of the purpose of law very directly to the people. That is why law is definite, law is precise. So, this is the fourth important character of law. And what is the purpose of law? The main aim of law is to ensure social order and welfare. As we have already discussed it, the purpose of law is to provide security to the people, order in the society and welfare to different sections of people. In all societies of the modern world, there is insecurity gripping up both internally and externally. People suffer from insecurity, both internal insecurity and fears of insecurity from outside. So, law provides security to the people. The main aim of law is to provide security to the people. Providing security to the people is the main aim of law. It punishes anti-social elements and anti-national elements internally, and it provides respect to the people, and it provides security to the people. It protects the lives, liberties and properties of the people. So, this is how law is aimed at ensuring security to the people and social order in the society. In all societies, there are many classes, social classes and economic classes. In fact, the modern societies are also called as the multicultural societies. In multicultural societies, you may find various types of religious orders. For example, in India, we take Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikhism, Buddhism, Jainism, Zoroastrianism. These are the religious faiths. So, among these religious faiths, people should have the religious tolerance. Law provides secularism in the country, that means respect to all the religion and toleration to other religions. So, the law in India provides for the freedom of religion. So, this is how the purpose of law is to provide social order in the society. This is another important thing. And thirdly, law provides welfare to the people. As we have already discussed it, in every society there are certain disadvantaged groups, disadvantaged sections. There are certain sections such as the scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, other backward classes, in fact women also sometimes. They are historically at a disadvantage. Now that we have a constitution, we must protect their interests, we must empower them, we must provide opportunities for the progress of those sections of the people. So, the government makes certain welfare measures for the welfare of these sections, and this welfare is possible only with the help of law. Unless there is a law, you cannot provide welfare to the people. For example, there is a law of reservations in India. The law of reservations provide reservation facilities in all the educational facilities and public employment facilities to all the disadvantaged sections in the Indian society. So, that means it is the law that provides welfare to the people, and law is an instrument in providing security to the people, social order to the people and welfare to the people. So, that is why law is very important. When there is no law, it leads to anarchy. Anarchy means lawlessness. In a lawless society, only the strong man exploits the weak person. So, law prevents the strong man from exploiting the weak person. That is why law is required. Law is required for providing security to the people, ensuring social order and welfare in the society. That is why the main aim of law is to ensure security, social order and welfare to the people in the society. Now, let us have a relook on the characteristics of law once again. The first one is the state is the formulating and enforcing authority of law, and secondly, law seeks to control the external behavior of individuals, but not their inner thoughts or inner motives. And thirdly, law is universal and no individual or group of individuals is exempted from the law. And fourthly, law is definite and law is precise. Law must be definite and law must be precise. Everybody should know the meaning of the law and the aim of the law. So that's why law should be precise and definite. And fifth one is, the main aim of law is to ensure social order and welfare besides the security of the people. Now let us see what is rule of law. Rule of law is an important concept in political science, and it is a part and parcel of law. Rule of law means the supremacy of law. The supremacy of law is called as the rule of law. And rule of law is first started in Britain. Rule of law is the basic feature of the British Constitution. In fact, the British Parliament is also known as the mother of all parliaments in the world. That is how whatever the British Parliament formulates the laws that are acting as the guiding laws to all the countries of the world. The British Constitution considers the rule of law as the basic feature. And A.V. Dicey is a great political scientist and also a philosopher who belongs to England, who highlighted the concept of rule of law. He wrote a great book, Law of the Constitution. In that great book, he has defined what is rule of law, and he has also emphasized on the need to have rule of law. A.V. Dicey highlighted the concept of rule of law in his great book, Law of the Constitution. Now let us see what are the meanings of rule of law. The first meaning is rule by the law alone. Rule of law means rule by the law alone. That means an administration should follow only the rules. They should not go by the whims and wishes of the administrators. Administration should always be run only based on rules. So, rule by the law alone is the first important principle of the rule of law. And secondly, equality before law. In Indian Constitution, Article 14 of the Constitution says equality before law. Everybody is equal before law, irrespective of gender, caste, creed, religion, region, race, color of the body. Everybody is equal. This is called universality of law. And third one is constitutional law stems from ordinary law. There are two types of law. One is the constitutional law, the second one is ordinary law. So, the constitutional law should recognize the ordinary law, and the constitutional law provides fundamental rights to the people. So, the constitutional law stems from the ordinary law. This is the third important principle. And fourth one is the rights and freedoms of the citizens emanate from law. Every citizen has some rights and freedoms, and these freedoms and rights, they come from the Constitution. So, without a law, the society suffers from lawlessness. That is why law is required for having a civilized way of living in the society with values, dignity and self-respect. That is why law is very much required. Thank you, friends.